Hello, everybody. My name is Dion Morales, your host of the Gold Squadron podcast, and we're coming to you live from the final of the Korriban Galactic Qualifier, the fourth of 5 Galactic Qualifiers leading to our Galactic Championship finale later in October. This round, we have Charles Forest-Latour versus Andrew Cox. This is a first order off. Who will be the supreme leader at the end of this match when the dust settles? Today, I'm joined by my good friends, William Hagwood.
Hello, hello, hello.
And James Ritter.
Hey guys, ready for the final.
Let's make this happen. So, friends out there in the world, it's going to be time for you to choose your champion. But before we do that, I want to say a big shout out to our patrons. You are the reason why we're able to put on these events. We're able to travel around when we do in-person events. We'll actually be at a travel event this next upcoming weekend. We will be in North Carolina, I think it is, right? North Carolina. Insert joke that always comes up about which Carolina is better there for Crate Cup. So that'll be a great fun. It is a team event. We'll talk more about that next weekend. But right now, Will's going to go ahead and break down the lists. And everybody at home, it is time for you to choose your champion.
All right. Let's start with Charles here on the left. He is representing the Whispers in this FO first order on first order matchup. We have Kylo Ren there in teal or aqua. I'm not sure what you'd call it. He is utilizing Malice, Instinctive Aim, Predator, Concussion Missiles, Advanced Optics, and the Enhanced Jamming Suite. So, with that, he's able to spend the Force to shoot one of those concussion missiles. He can modify it to an eyeball result with Malice, changing it into a crit, and then can modify a blank utilizing Advanced Optics. If it happens to be a shot out his 3-dice primary bullseye, I can utilize Predator for a reroll as well. I absolutely tore it up in the top 4 game, so we can expect him to do the same here. The Whispers who are with him, they are Nightfall and a 709th Legion Ace. They both have Fanatical Proton Rockets, Sensor Scramblers, and the Enhanced Jamming Suite. Of course, that Enhanced Jamming Suite, all these Whispers have allowed them to focus or reposition into jams, and if the attacker, while they're defending, has no green tokens or there's a jam ship in the attacker's firing arc, it can defend with an extra green dice. Now, Nightfall and the 709th do have proton rockets, a 5-dice bullseye weapon, which combines great with the focus into jam from the Enhanced Jamming Suite. We see them both cloaked out there right now from the Sensor Scramblers. That will go away if they end the round at range 0 to 3 of an enemy. We have Commander Malorus represented on both sides of the field here. This green Malorus has a Fanatical and Cluster Missiles. So you pop your ability to change all eyeballs for the round and then can shoot multiple times as well. The last ship here is Scorch. This orange Scorch has the Fanatical, Predator, and Advanced Optics combination. You can change an eyeball result with Fanatical, reroll a blank with Predator, and then change a blank as well with Advanced Optics. Very offensive, forward tie FO fighter. Now, for the other side, though, very similar, but a lot of notable differences for Andrew Cox's side. The Kylo Ren starts off in the Whisper as well. This one has that same Predator, Concussion Missiles, Enhanced Jamming Suite, but this one switches those and Instinctive Aim. switches out Malice for extreme maneuvers, allowing it to hard turn when it boosts for the cost of a force. And then also has brought the sensor scramblers upgrade to be able to cloak at the beginning of the game, and munitions failsafe when those concussion missiles they use instinctive aim for don't roll anything or anything good anyways. Now, the differences here, this Commander Malorus does just have concussion missiles. It still has the ability to pop the eyeball conversion for the round and then take a lock and shoot a long-range missile. Same thing with Scorch, obviously, as well, but this one drops all of that fun offensive upgrades to just bring a shield upgrade, getting it up to 3 whole 2 shields. And let's take a look here. Now, the real notable difference, instead of bringing Whispers, we're bringing TIE FO bombers. These bombers, led by Grudge, have both electro-chaffed missiles, skilled bombardiers, and oh no, what? Let's read this again.
You good?
No, I'm good. I'm not used to seeing these upgrades. I'm going to switch. I'll talk about Dread then, because he's got a lot less upgrades. So he's got the standard loadout here: electro-chaffed missiles, skilled bombardier, and proxy mines. Dread doesn't have a pilot ability. Doesn't have anything to reload. So he's basically a non-limited ship. It's kind of a slander against him, I guess, but we all love Dread. Now, here's some craziness, though. Grudge does allow rerolls on those proxy mines, which he does have equipped, him and Dread. Does have the electro-chaffed missile, which is that chaff cloud you can launch in the system phase, even after you boost with pursuit thrusters. Here's where things get crazy. This Grudge has Daredevil engine upgrade. So you need the engine upgrade to get Daredevil, because you do need white boost on your action bar, which their action bar is only red. What that allows Grudge to do, though, is hard turn Daredevil boost in the system phase before he launches the chaffed missiles. If you thought Grudge could find you with his electro chaff missiles before, he's got a whole new angle to drop these chaff clouds.
Oh, he's a coming. He's a coming.
Yeah, he does lose out, I guess, on the skilled bombardier.
Mm-hmm.
So he can't do the 5 drops or the 2 banks or whatever. But man, that extra hard turn boost option could be very spicy.
Yeah, it ends up just giving you more options, which when it comes, it gives you more angles probably rather than a little bit less distance. But changing up with that one hard makes it so that there's even more area denial. That means there's more spaces for your opponent to potentially end up receiving that chaff cloud or that proximity mine. With a previous turn. But
true.
I think
it's probably more for the proxy mine than the chaff clouds. Because the chaff clouds, normally you can figure out how to get them onto the opponent. The Daredevil, though, where you can turn the whole 45 degrees, can essentially drop a proxy mine to your, how do I describe this? In front of you. Like if you start where you started in the system phase, it gets a mine like right in front of you, which is going to be exciting to see if he can pull that off.
Yeah, we will see. We will see. At the very least, it causes issues with your opponent just kind of trying to choose the right path and where to go, right? That mental tax.
Yeah, so what do you... Does the chaff cloud play a big part in salvage here? Because we
Well,
got chaff clouds versus more traditional jam actions.
well, the obviously the scenario dictates that both of these players are going to have ships spread out on the board to be able to take advantage of these the satellites and being able to score them. The question that I have is the tools that each of them have available. Are you going to be able to, for instance, the proton rockets that Charles has, can he hold satellites and be able to line up that bullseye? Can you use that daredevil with the proximity mine for Andrew and be able to take advantage of the the boosting or whatever it is that you need to do so that you can make sure you get points with the satellites, because I think that making sure that you keep pace with the satellites is going to make sure that you stay in the game. Now, betting did just close. And if I take a quick peek right now, it looks like we are near 50-50. Andrew Cox has a 1% advantage. 1.5% advantage in the voting right here. So we'll see what we end up getting. James, who do you think has got the edge?
It's a tough one. Like going in, I think if the silencers can avoid these chaff clouds, I think they have a pretty good, path of engagement here. But if they just get dunked on with these chaff clouds, I think they're gonna have a hard time, dealing any damage with those munitions.
Yeah, agreed. If the chaff clouds can land the round that the Whispers plan to line up the proton rockets and you could jam off that focus, could be a huge swing here. And we do see, Dion, you mentioned about doing spreading out, essentially, right? We do have Malorus at the top right of the board trying to claim that objective. We'll be able to shoot a concussion missile at Pink, who maneuvered into the center of the board to take that objective. Who else here? Kylo stayed in his deployment zone to hold that objective then too. And I think Scorch did the same over on the opposite side of the board. So yeah, particularly spread out more than most matches.
And another thought about that grudge is you were kind of saying about it is when I've played this at Gen Con and when I was practicing it beforehand, I did find myself not using that automated target priority calculate very often. So I'm not surprised that there's some type of iteration on it to be able to loosen up those points and get you more stuff. Obviously, not having the skilled bombardier, little nervous, but it's the question of can you get that value out of engine upgrade and daredevil, and I want to see it. I want to see how Andrew uses this, because obviously the turn after you daredevil, you are stressed. So you've taken away the pursuit thrusters. You've taken away that system phase boost. So you need to make sure that on the turns you use it, you got to make it count.
Yeah, as they only have stress clearing maneuvers that are straight, you have to come out of that daredevil system phase boost doing a straight maneuver, or yes, risk losing your perform action step and your pursuit thrusters for next round. What I don't like are down here is all of the Whispers force heading into the corner, and we see both bombers already looking that direction, ready to launch some chaff clouds.
Yeah, there's a bit of a I don't know what the word I'm looking for, a bottleneck that's happening there, right? You throw a chaff in there, there's nowhere to go. Throw 2, and you've created a wall.
Neither one of these brought Shattering Shot. They opted for Extreme Maneuvers and Malice.
All right, hit 2 crits on this first exchange. Evade rolled, and it looks like we're starting with some damage here. We're starting with a double crit damage engine, disabled power regulator. That being delivered to the 709th Ace right there by the Kylo Ren on Andrew's side.
Yeah, some good focus fire there between Kylo and the concussion from Commander Malaris.
Here's Scorch taking that stress for the 3rd die. Got 3 hits. Spends the focus on Grudge to avoid taking any damage. All right, 2 hits coming in. One evade, 1 focus there.
It looks like the 709's going downtown into Grudge, and it's going to take the other shield as well.
There you go. Yeah, those bombers, they are a big source of damage in this list.
Ooh, Pink is going to have to deal with that crit, the disabled power regulator, and takes an eye on this round. Oh, that's painful. You'll still get your focus for your procket, but man, limited maneuverability. Kylo's going to skip over you and probably jam it off anyways.
All right, here's 3 hits on one side, 5 defense dice. Looks like we are going to get another damage card on the 709th.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's not going to be a next round for that guy then.
Nope.
Scorch made sure of that.
So that was quick. 709th Legion Ace and 4 points being added to the scoreboard there for Andrew Cox, having an early lead.
Yeah, Pink went into the center of the map to try to get that objective and was easily ended up in 3 arcs. Just got lit up. Grudge deciding here if you'd rather shoot at Nightfall or Malaris, or excuse me, Nightfall or Scorch.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you have... I'm guessing this is going to Nightfall. Yeah, it sure is.
Mm-hmm.
3 agility.
Easily evaded.
Nothing.
All right. We are going to be checking objectives. Somehow Grudge is not in range of that objective.
Ooh, that's close. So that's going to be a 2-3. Andrew Cox still ends up being ahead here with that, earning 3 objective points, gaining the center, the top right, and the bottom right. Charles.
Kylo missed the center.
Oh, he missed it. So it's 2-2.
2-2.
Mm-hmm.
2-2. Sad.
Yeah, I didn't want to speak too early about it, but when we were discussing, who might have the advantage here, and beyond the chaff clouds, it's a numbers game. A lot of these ships are pretty defensive, highly maneuverable, and now that Charles is a ship down, I think that's really going to cost him. He needs to rally quick and trade for one of these 4-point bombers, or potentially. I mean, if you could take out Kylo and keep yours on the board, you're infinitely in a better position.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And the problem here, though, is that Charles loses a proton rocket he had in his list, right? That 709th is out there to deal damage. He's out there to punch people in the face. Didn't get a chance to use it. And the question is, does he have enough offense? He's got Nightfall has the proton rocket. We know that Malorus and Scorch can be decently consistent, and of course Kylo is pretty consistent as well. But with the numbers advantage, Andrew's is gonna start being able to gang up. He's gonna be able to double team a ship, and generally that's gonna be those two bombers working together.
Yeah, more focus fire, more ships to go get objectives. And yeah, man, this electro-traft missile from Grudge is going to be devastating out there to Scorch and Malorus. Unless you think, would you risk their Daredevil proxy mine to hit on the yellow Whisper this early?
No, I don't think you got it. I don't think you have it.
Well, I'm thinking you boost towards Nightfall and drop it behind you. And then you hard turn towards Malorus and Scorch.
I mean, the hard turning away isn't like unheard of for Nightfall, especially if you zoom forward with Scorch, which I guess if you did that, Scorch is the one that ends up eating the bomb. It could work. It could definitely work.
I mean, it could be just like I said, maybe like a fake out. Like, oh, you think I'm going to drop the chaff, so you're going to do a bunch of weird maneuvers to avoid it. But what if I didn't drop the chaff, though? And you still did all these goofy maneuvers.
Right. All right. Here we go. Road. Andrew Cox ends up winning first player.
All right. We see our electro chaff charge flipped immediately. No hesitation here. Yep. Clearing that lane. Beautiful looking chaff cloud.
Going with the 4 straight. And boosting to the right. Has a decision to make. Will we also be getting a proximity mine? Nope, not from Grudge.
No, you can't. You can't trap both, Dion.
You can't
They're
drop
both devices.
You are correct. I made a mistake. Well, that's why you won't be getting it. And
Dion, how many chaff and proxy mines did you drop at Gen Con?
None.
Let the record show.
Grudge, one bank.
This is very typical bomber behavior.
Oh,
is you drop your chaff and then you give them the backside.
This is bad. Nightfall ends up bumping here into Dread. That basically you just served up a ship into chaff range. Or excuse me, into proximity mine range.
Proxies,
And Scorch just ate the chaff. Roll a die, take a jam, take a stress.
Oof, the stress is as good as the deplete on Scorch. Will not be able to activate that ability this round to roll the extra attack dice.
I think at this point, with all the first order wins that we've had in Galaxies, you almost get a full set of Andrew Cox's list. Those pilots, almost no matter who wins, right now.
That's true. Yeah, it was that was Malorus goes through the corner lane. Right on top of the chaff cloud. Luckily, with the new obstacle rules, you're not penalized for crossing through an obstacle when you started on top of it. So I was only going to have to eat the chaff cloud a single time. All right. I'm trying to convince them that all dice have to be rolled in the dice box to be counted.
Yep.
Yeah, see, even Kylo heads through this lane.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised we didn't get a little bit more of a spread.
Yeah, he needs to get out of there. Better roll backwards.
I do like that. Barrel rolling to the right, you're saying? Or even actually, you have the space to the left and hard one.
Yeah, ship left, hard one. Go meet the opponents in the center of the board next round. Though Kylo might be coming to find you this round, though. So maybe barrel rolling out wouldn't be the worst thing. Either way, I don't think you can hang out here. Gotta find something to do. Also, if you barrel roll to the left, you get bullseye on Grudge, potentially.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you
He's deciding to stick around there.
evade.
Take the evade.
No, take your focus. You got advanced optics. You know who doesn't have advanced optics? It's Andrews, Kylo.
Mm-hmm.
Man, what are all of his points into?
Extreme maneuvers.
It must be extreme maneuvers. It's like a 5-point upgrade, isn't it?
Yeah, it's expensive.
Wow.
Now, Andrews Kylo Ren getting aggressive here, has a bullseye shot possibly lined up. It is very close. I mean, you could bullseye Malaris for sure, but if you want the enemy Kylo, you might be missing that bullseye.
Yeah, I like that play there.
And I feel like this is going to be an easy turn away with Andrews Kylo as well. Just turning to the ship's right and claim the objective the following turn.
All right. Malus in red out there, looking for a lock. We'd like to shoot somebody, but unfortunately, nobody's in range, so we'll just have to settle for scoring objective points.
And
we're going to see if any of the other Malaris wants to use the ability. And yeah, it looks like it.
And is it both? Did both select it?
No, because the other one didn't even have range for a shot.
Got it. Yeah.
So not worth it.
Is up on the top right. All right. So this is a Charles Kylo reaching out to see what its options are. Nothing in the bullseye. Could fire a concussion missile using instinctive aim if he wishes. There is 3 dice down. And just trying to decide on a target. Gonna go into Grudge. Trail mix. Advanced optics. Oh, nope. Did he not have a focus?
He got jammed by the other Kylo.
Oh, he had it jammed. Okay. Well, 2 for 2 there. No damage. Coming in from Charles Kylo Ren. Here comes Charles Malaris with the ability for 2 hit crit. Spends a focus to avoid that damage as well. And that bullseye does not catch Kylo Ren. Only the nubs. Does catch Commander Malaris, though. What would you guys target here?
Kylo. Take Kylo off the board. Because I think Kylo can solo the rest of the list as long as he didn't have to face against another Kylo.
So it's 3 dice either way. Only ends up getting 1. There was no reroll, so I'm assuming this is into the other Kylo. Otherwise, it would have been a Predator reroll.
Exactly.
Here goes Scorch. Left side Scorch. From the land of Charles. Got 2 hits. Natty's out. That third agility die coming from the fact that Scorch did not have any green tokens, and that triggers that enhanced jamming suite. All right, and the shot here going into Scorch. Another 2 hits. That's 1. Next shot coming up. After Scorch ends up taking a single damage. Scorch is going to go, it looks like, back at Nightfall. It's range 2. Expect to see 3 dice with that ability. Has a focus token. And got Trail Mix, so that's going to be staying at 2 hits. And spends the focus here on Nightfall to take no damage. All right, we got a shot going from Dread into Scorch now. Single crit, double evades. No valid targets there, and scoring time. Who got it here? That's a tie? No. 1, 2, 3. Oh, so the one on the bottom left ends up going to Charles. Top left goes to Andrew. Did Andrew have the center?
Andrew had just the center, and no one had the left one.
Oh, nobody had the left one? I guess that Kylo's just a bit out.
Yeah,
you know
both
what's
of them are just outside the bubble.
The thing that's a little deceptive is the like gray circle around it. Like, it makes it look like it's just that smidgen closer.
Yeah. Yeah, so it was just 1-1 for that round.
So 3-7 is our score right now. We are entering our 4th round of play for today's tournament. Also, our 4th turn in this one. I want to remind everybody that we have another Galactic qualifier happening in a few weeks. We have the Mustafar Galactic Championship qualifier. That's happening during the Western United States time zone. UTC -7. And if you participated in our Season 1 and got a Mustafar pin, this year's Mustafar pin is gold instead of black metal. It's gold metal. It's pretty schwanky. They make a good pair, to be honest. They make a good pair. And as a reminder, everybody who participates in each of those qualifiers will be getting the pin for each of the planets that you play on. If you haven't checked out the full suite of prizes, honestly, I'm pretty proud of what we were able to pull together here and design. We will be giving away 3 double-sided pilot cards, one with each a ship basically representing a single pilot from the winner of each qualifier, as well as the winner of Exegol. All players are going to receive their corresponding planet pins. We, of course, have faction pins as well. All top 8 in each faction. will be receiving or the top 7 in each faction will be receiving a gold a pin for sorry, excuse me, reading that wrong. The top 8 in each faction will be receiving a silver faction pin. Okay. Everybody who won 3 games or more gets an invite to the Battle of Exegol. Top cut gets you our version 2 of our Sith Holocron Force tokens. Now they're going to be double-sided, red on one side, purple on the other. You could even use them as shields, whatever floats your boat. Maybe you want to use them as charges. Our template set design is on point. We got that Planet of Exegol throne is the centerpiece there with some lightning as well. And of course, the winner of each qualifier gets a plaque with their name on it to commemorate their win. For the championship event, everybody gets an Exegol pin as well as a pilot card honoring the 2021 champion, that is Alex Mogensen, and his win with a first order list as well. Got the silencer, Kylo Ren silencer. We have faction pins in gold for the finale. Top in each faction will be getting these awesome, absolutely awesome faction jackets I designed. Oh, they look so good. Super excited to see people wearing those up and about. Top 32 gets an ace pin because, hey, you made it to the top 32 of a finale. You're an ace. Top 16 get a full set of planet pins. Top 8 golden templates with that same design for the throne of Exegol and a bit more. Super excited to be here with you guys and get you guys some awesome swag. Can we undo a... What happened here? Can we undo a... I misjudged the roll.
The answer is no. But they can just put a player token out.
Yeah. Use player token for the round.
Yeah, it'll be fine. I'm not sure. What does it mean he misjudged the road roll?
Maybe he rolled too many dice.
Oh, because they tied.
He thought it was a tie, yeah.
So they rolled again? Is that what happened?
Yeah, Jameson not rolling in the box. Well, saved him a crit.
And here we go. We got another chaff cloud popping out. Man. Double chaff. Just the setup here. So you're riding down Chaff Road. That is in fact a dream. And Grudge makes that turn. So I'm surprised that I didn't miss it, did I? Oh, yes, I did. So we did end up seeing the proximity mine go off, right? Scorch taking some damage there from Grudge. Here is Scorch on Charles' side, busting through the chaff. Same effects. Take a jam. Potential stress. Yep, sure does. And now Scorch, if it's going to want to use its ability, will have to end up being double stressed.
I don't think Scorch will let you do it if you're already stressed.
Yeah. Does it say if you are not stressed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sure does. So you basically just turned off that ability.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, Malorus's ability does work while stressed. You can double stress yourself for that if need be.
I gotta turn it in and say, okay, I'm not missing this objective again.
This is mine.
And just the focus rotate.
Whisper Echo, thank you so much for your sub. And Malorus on Charles' side ends up suffering, continuing to suffer. Jam takes a stress. And Kylo on the other side as well.
Kylo gets double stressed after going over both of the chaff bones.
Yes, you do have to suffer both of them after overlapping them. Man. This is, I'm sure Charles was very hyped about getting to the final, but this is a bad way to go. I'm not saying that the game is over, but it is, this double chaffening definitely is going to end up putting him behind.
Yeah, getting funneled like that into that corner, and then it's just like letting both the chaff clouds just like pop right in that same spot, so you had to go over it twice. Was pretty much like a perfect deployment from Andrew for getting those out there. Like both amazing drops. Didn't drop it too early. Dropped it like great time.
All right, who's the target here? Commander Malorus.
Scorch.
Firing the laser. 2 dice, 1 hit. Two evades. Kylo Ren on Andrew's side. Did we decide on a target?
I think he's probably just going to go into Scorch just to get the kill here. Yeah. We have the heavy weapons turret concussion missile.
And got some oh, that's double focus. Spends it for 3. It's 4 agility, and all 3 of those are going to go through. Scorch for Charles has been taken off the board. 3-10.
Okay, Scorch goes down.
All right. Kylo Ren for Charles. Gonna have to make a big play here. Could fire at Scorch, the opposing Scorch in the bullseye, or Dread at range 1.
Chooses to go into the Scorch instead of Dread here.
It looked like it's a good choice. Predator Blank to blank.
Ooh,
3 hits
no.
for Charles. I'm sure he was really hoping for that 4. Defensively, Scorch rolls 2 blanks. That's half of Scorch gone.
Ooh, could flip one of those up. Oh, I think I would. I would.
Oh,
Who else is shooting you?
using Kylo's ability?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a...
Oh, Scorch is shooting him. I'd flip it. Structural damage. Oh, boy.
Spicy. 2 hull left and only 2 agility on that Scorch.
And Malorus here with the ability is going to do 2. Oh, no! Scorch goes down! Scorch for Scorch.
Scorch for shorts. 2 hits, 2 blanks. All right. That's 6 to 10. So that Charles needed that, though. He needed to take a ship off the board this turn. He needs to try to keep some pace. Nightfall for Charles coming to do some work. 2 hits. Dread only taking 1 there. Oh, and looks like Dread has a shot as well. Hit, crit, crit at range 1 going into Charles's Kylo. With the reroll, does that Kylo have any force? Has 1. Will still be taking a critical damage, but luckily has a shield and pops that shield. Still has 1.
All right, how are we looking for objectives then?
Kylo, Andrew's Kylo does secure that left one. Malorus gets the middle, and the Malorus and Kylo capture the bottom left one. So it'll be 2 to 1 for Andrew.
Okay.
7 to 12.
I mean, not out of it yet. There's still a way to make up that points difference. I mean, that's the advantage of Assault, is that there's 5 points around. I mean, if you fall real far behind and you have enough extra ships, you can make up that difference in just a couple rounds.
Well, I mean, Dread's brought to drop some pain with this proximity mine.
Oh, you're talking Dread? Yeah. Who's your target there? Which one are you trying to hit?
Oh,
well,
yeah.
Okay.
Is this I mean, this is a Daredevil situation, right?
No, that's the other bomber.
Yeah.
But you could just 1 bank and then
the Dread, sorry.
the same thing.
You're right.
1 bank, and then you can even do the
2 drop just to be sure.
Yeah. I mean, does the regular straight drop hit? I mean, honestly, if you just boost straight and then
just lay it down in front of them.
They have to go over.
They have to go over it. Yeah, there's a really easy way to measure where your proxy mine's going to be when you boost and then drop it, because it's right where you are. Imagine just a proxy mine.
How thick are they though?
It goes out like a quarter of a base.
Yeah, a quarter of a base, exactly.
So a quarter of a base out from a small base.
Yeah. In all directions.
So it would not currently hit them.
No,
Okay.
It would not currently hit them. And again, I think the nubs of Dread right now are behind the nubs of Kylo. So Kylo's template wouldn't hit it either. So I think you actually do have to bank boost to get it onto Kylo.
Yeah, I think you're right. They just don't have a great maneuvers after that, because if he boosts right, he's gonna be looking base. I guess.
You're just hard 3.
Grudge will be out of
Grudge
the way.
won't be there.
Grudge will be out of the way. Okay. I was like, well,
Yeah,
Grudge is going to be...
you hard 3, then bear roll and take the center objective. Get out of the way of Malorus.
Yeah.
So good.
Man, I know you're a fan of the Adas, who maneuver in a similar way, or who can maneuver in a similar way, where you're boosting in the system phase and barrel rolling in activation. And it is mind-boggling to me that the FO bombers rival Republic Adas in maneuverability.
I would say almost better.
Because you don't spend the force to boost.
You don't spend the force.
It's free,
And
baby.
also, you have 1 hards. So,
well, obviously, you don't have pursuit thrusters attached to your ship, sir.
Yeah, fair enough.
I just have to force my way through the galaxy with using these old monk Jedi things.
Ancient technology.
The amount of times where I have boosted and then maneuvered and then also barrel rolled, and man, it just I was pretty lukewarm on the bombers at first. I was like, oh, they can boost, everybody can boost, no big deal. But man, after getting a couple months of table time with them, man, just so good when you could see that
a free boost.
Yeah, it's like a striker with a 4 forward and a hard 3. That's also crazy to me.
Yeah,
they are.
Yeah, how much?
They are
how much,
less
how much
a
money...
TIE bomber and more a TIE striker, in my opinion.
Yeah. How much money do people pay for afterburners?
Money? I don't know. Not very much.
Points.
Points? Oh, okay.
2 to 3 cents.
And these guys get basically afterburners for free, but they're just pre-burners.
Pre-burners.
I feel you on that.
Well, I mean, that's baked into their cost, I guess. But because that dial would not be great without a free white reposition.
Here's a challenge. AMG comes back and they said the pursuit thrusters. We've eroded the card. Pursuit thrusters is now red.
Just as good.
I mean,
I would not say just as good.
I'm kidding.
I would say
it's just as usable.
That's my question. Are they still usable?
Oh yeah, they're definitely still usable. Because pursuit thruster, still gets you to fly around. What it does do is make you decide then, do I 3 bank or do I boost and then 3 forward, right? You have to take real risks all of a sudden to do those boosts.
Yeah.
Personally, I think they should say, and then skip your perform action step. But
that's if you do skip your perform action step.
Yeah, if you boost, skip your perform action step.
Now, Tecumseh Sherman says they're 4 points. Wouldn't say they're baked into their cost. I mean, they are. Whether it's baked correctly, if there's enough ingredients for to create the correct amount of points, that's yet to be seen. But here we go. We got the bomb drop there. 2 damage going into Malrus. Checking for grudge range for the bomb. No. It's going to end up being out.
He put the pizza too far. Grudge couldn't reach it because Grudge needs to touch the mine or bomb that detonates, not who's rolling.
That moment brought to you by our Death Pizzas t-shirt. Make sure if you win a t-shirt, scoop one up. Or if you want to get one, head to goldsquadronpodcast.com. All right, Dread turned left 2 and just is waiting for more enemy ships to follow suit. All right, there is the 1 turn from Nightfall. Currently in the center of the board, Nightfall belongs to Charles. Has to make a decision where it wants to go. Still has that proton rocket that is a deadly weapon that could cause a major shift in the game if you get it on the right target. It's going to be difficult to try to catch Kylo Ren with it because of the initiative advantage, and Kylo can likely barrel roll or boost out of the bullseye at will. But maybe able to catch one of these bombers.
I hope he doesn't come boosting at me. He'll be catching hands, boosting my way.
Yeah, be catching these proxy mines.
All right. So Malorus finally able to get out of Chaff Lane, but going to be target locked by the opposing Malorus, who's currently full health. I fully expect Andrew to use the commander's ability this turn to have that fully modified shot at range 1.
Ooh, we see a extreme maneuvers boost and then into rotate.
Who needs decay turn?
Not I.
Well, I guess you can just like barrel here and then set up. Oh, never mind. He's coming in hot.
No. It's like a little tiny slam.
He knows what he
Slamming
wants.
around.
So we're at initiative 5. Andrew's up first. I believe he is first player. No, that is a lie. Charles is first player. So here goes Malorus. Just 2 hits. So spends a focus on Grudge, not taking any damage. The placement, really good. You got a screen of a bunch of other ships. Avoiding range 1 shots into those valuable pieces.
Ooh, spins the lock here. Ooh.
Hit, crit. Trail mix on that. That means hit, crit is getting through. And Malorus for Charles goes down. Only has Kylo and Nightfall left with a score of 7-15. Kylo on Andrew's side, deciding on a target. Has concussion missile available, still has 1 more. And firing at Nightfall. Are we going to see the force expenditure? Only has a single force.
Yeah, we see the conch here.
All right, here we go. That's another full string. Hit, crit, crit. Coming into Nightfall. This will be 3 agility because there's no green dice on the enemy ship. And no green dice to modify yours, though. That Kylo has to spend the force, takes a shield and a crit. That is a weapons failure. Down to 2 hull. Man. This is not looking good for Charles, but he is continuing to fight. Never give up, never surrender. Range 3 through an obstacle. 1 hit, 1 evade for Grudge. End of turn scoring. Andrew is going to end up scoring 3, I believe, obstacles. The center, bottom left, and middle left. Making it a score of 7-18. So, my friends, give me the quick synopsis of, because at this point, the reality is that Andrew can win on scenario points. He just needs to take 2 of his 4 ships and put them next to, uncontested scenarios. For anybody who's maybe just tuning in, how did we get to this point? What happened for Charles to make it so that he ended up falling behind here?
Yeah, I mean, it has to be entering into the bottom left corner. His right
with
side
all of your
deployment.
ships.
Yeah. He had one Whisper go into the center of the board, and that quickly got caught by other ships going for objectives. Malor's had a long-range concussion. I think Kylo snuck some shots in there too. So some good focus fire on the one that went in towards the middle of the board. But then, because there is so much threat in the middle of the board, and he was trying to avoid some chaff clouds, he, I think, hesitated, right? And in that hesitation, the only two options he gave himself was to stay close to his deployment zone or to come around through the bottom corner. And yeah, James, what happened when he came around through that bottom corner?
Yeah, the bombers were ready. Were able to lay down some pain with that chaff cloud right in front of 3 ships.
Yeah, not one round, but 2 rounds in a row. Andrew expertly positioned Dread, the other bomber, for a follow-up chaff cloud, and just locked him out of actions and positioning choices for 2 rounds in a row.
Yeah, it was actually pretty disgusting of a bombing run. Like Grudge comes in, throws his, then Dread comes in, throws his, and then both of them drop proxy mines on the way out. It was.
I mean, that's what you do. That is the goal with these FO bombers. You got your plan of attack goes chaff, turn away for proxy mine, and then leave very quickly.
Another thing that I want to point out is, like, in a tournament where you're playing out of your own time zone, this is also a stamina game, right? So if I'm not mistaken, Charles is out of Canada. Not sure what part of Canada.
They're both in the same time zone. They're both in Eastern.
They're both in Eastern. So that would mean what would that be? The Eastern?
Quebec?
Yeah.
Toronto area?
Yeah, I think he said Toronto.
And
or something like that.
And then Andrew Cox being on the East Coast, like they're playing completely out of time zone, right? And with that, we just got the concession. Congratulations to Andrew Cox, our Korriban Galactic Qualifier champion. Thank you to ISO, Danko, Baffle, Trojan, Prophet, Shadow, Tycho, Spice, Raider, Lancer, Fallen, Row 6, 626, Chief, and J List, our Grand Admiral patrons. And all of our Gold Squadron patrons and community members, thank you for your support. Gold Squadron out.